Okay, so now back to the explanation of the Quranic script, and this is something easy. Okay, I'll try to make it as easy as possible, and I'm recording this video again because I went over time again. Um, Again, imagine if you're riding a bike, right? You use the little wheels. You're learning to ride a bike. You're using the little wheels to help you ride the bike. You learn how to ride a bike, remove the wheels. Same is with what you showed there, with the marks, with different things in the writing of the Quran. So we look again here, and I'll use okay, try to get as good as possible. Hopefully, okay, here we go. And this is the script of the Arabic that Uthman wrote the books in, and it had no dots. Okay, so this script accommodates without any dots, right? So we have to look at the recitation of it, and the Arabs knew how to recite it based on the morphology of the sentence. Okay. And today, of course, we're not experts in Arabic, but they are experts, and there's even kids, little kids who learn and know the Arabic like experts, and they'll correct you when you recite. They'll know this is wrong. You're reciting wrong. And you go to any mosque, go to a Sunday school or Saturday school where the kids are learning Quran or anywhere, and see how they know, subhanAllah, the original language that the Quran was revealed in. Go to any other place and ask people, oh, can you recite to us your religious scriptures, all of you together, not just one person, the most learned person. You're talking about whether it's a 5-year-old or a 10-year-old or an engineer or a dishwasher or a doctor or a lawyer, right? They'll know the same recitation in Islam, the Quran, okay? Or sometimes the little kid will know more than the doctor, sometimes the engineer more than the neurosurgeon or something like that. It's not only a rabbi or a priest or the pope or will know Latin or Hebrew or Aramaic, okay? In Islam, it's international, it's universal, everyone. It's the easiness and the miracle of the Quran. So I'll go, a lot of people be like, oh, but there's difference in the Quran and Hafs and Warsh and the different dialects, and there are dialects, okay? And I'll tell you exactly what it is. People be like, oh, they try to judge the Quran based on how some of their scriptures are, okay? And they'll be like, well, in my scripture there's some missing verses or there's some missing books, so-called books in this denomination, this, and they can't agree on it. In Islam, there's no such thing. All the verses are the same. Any book where it's recorded in the book, anywhere you find, ask anyone to recite who knows it, who's the Hafiz from China or from Bangladesh, from India, from Canada, from here, they recite the same Quran, from the same number of verses, the same exactly everything, subhanAllah. People are like, no, but look, this has this and this. The Quran is a recitation, brothers and sisters, okay? Having numbers and the dots where you might find, it helps people, again, those wheels to help you write. And once you know how to write, you don't need it anymore, okay? And I stress it, that we need to learn that. We need to really we learn movie lines, we learn songs and everything, but we don't know our faith. We don't learn. So again, any faith in the world, ask them, read for me, please, or recite for me your scriptures in the original language. They will not know. Okay, Islam is the only one, subhanAllah, the only one. So let me give you an explanation of what happened with, for example, the dotting system that you find in the Quran now, right? To help the people learn how to recite, and when they learned, they have to close the book, and in prayer, they have to recite the Quran. They make a mistake, they will be corrected, right, with the recitation, word to mouth, word, up and okay. That's how it is. So please make that understanding. Please open your mind. Please open your heart and understand. This is the way I'm teaching, and it's the truth. And look into the history books, and really with a very focused and clear mind and understanding. Okay. Now I will give the very, very fast explanation of actually first I'll give it in my next video. But first, let me tell you a bit about the accusation that people be like, oh, the Qurans are different. They're different, I can see dots on some, Warsh is down and Hafs is up, They're like, oh, look, there's different Qurans. No, different Qurans means there's verses missing. It would be a different scripture, not the same books, or as some of the faiths have 66 books, some don't have that, but it's the same book. They're saying, oh, we don't believe in this, or in Islam you don't find that, okay? So remember that. So Islam, when the Prophet ﷺ came in Mecca, he came and recited the people the Quran, okay, in the dialect of the people who were there, the Arabic that was there. Right? Then when they moved to Medina, they encountered tribes which were from different dialects, same Arabic, but different dialects, okay, and they were so proud about their language, and they loved their language, and they wanted to be only their language. And the Prophet ﷺ came up to them and recited to them the Quran with some of the words, not difference, some of the words were pronounced differently. And he recited the Quran to them in their dialect, and they're like, wow, this guy, this ummi, this illiterate comes. It was a miracle. A lot of people became Muslim because this person came recited to them the Quran, the same Quran, in a different dialect, subhanAllah. And I'll give you what's a different dialect, what's some of the examples, and how I'll tie it in to the Uthmanic Quran and some of the things that the skeptics and the people who attack the Quran said in my next video.